Salut tout le monde, ici Cake. Aujourd'hui on va continuer une série de Vampyr. Dans le dernier épisode, on s'avait fait ordonner de transformer un dude en vampire, Dawson. Et il est dans le quartier barré ici. Donc il faut qu'on trouve l'entrée secrète du quartier. D'après moi, il va falloir passer dans le centre d'achat ici ou je sais pas quoi. Ouch. No. No. Ok, il reste un dude en haut. Encore une fois, désolé si vous entendez.
A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
Ouais, bon, désolé si vous entendez le bébé chat. Comme je l'ai mentionné dans le dernier épisode, il est assez joueur. Donc, peut pas faire grand chose. Oh, je peux-tu jumper en haut ici? Ça me semble une bonne possibilité. Oh. Ok. Ça. Ok, un gun. Oh my god, il est rendu dans la poubelle. Le chat. C'est Poupoupou en passant. Son petit nom. Ok, je peux débarrer la porte ici, ça va être pratique. Quelque chose à fouiller ici. Ok. Nope, j'entends quelqu'un.
More braille. I should bring this to Mason Swanborough.
Oh! Nouvelle avancée. Ça tombe bien, il faut qu'on aille soigner ce dude-là qui lit le braille, justement. Une autre porte déverrouillée, mais ça nous aide pas plus que ça. J'ai le chat qui me bouffe la main. À part ça... Non, 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 tu manges pas le micro. Tu manges pas le micro, c'est non ça. Ok. Oh, oh. Ok. Oh my god. Désolé. Va jouer avec ta souris, Poupoupou. Va jouer avec ta souris. Poupoupou, va jouer avec ta souris. Ok, on va prendre une petite pause parce que... Ok, désolé. Je suis allé y donner sa souris, je pense que ça va l'occuper pour un bout. Pas sûr que c'est par là. Trouver l'entrée secrète du quartier. Ok.
I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
Ok.
Don't you know better? You're mine.
Wow.
You're bleeding.
Ok, t'es gossant, toi, avec ton...
Your prey is mine now.
Ok. Ok, ça serait par là. J'imagine. Ah, les égouts, ça semble une entrée secrète pas mal. Fait un bout qu'on n'est pas allé dans les égouts.
It's locked, all right.
Ouais.
Kneel, traitor.
Nice, nice, nice.
Kneel, traitor.
Ouch. Oh.
Die, newborn.
Oh, oh, mauvais, mauvais. Oh, il en reste plus. Ok, si vous voulez prendre 2 minutes pour lire, n'hésitez pas à faire pause aux vidéos. Y avait-tu quelque chose d'autre ici? Tu une petite souris? Nope. Ok, la seule porte c'est ça. On peut aller en haut, tout droit, par ici. Ok. Rien de ce côté-là. Il y a en haut puis ici. Ça se split en deux chemins. Un autre truc avec les valves. Un autre cul-de-sac ici. Hop, hop, hop. Si on check en haut.
Louise's father was determined to find and save her.
Oh, porte déverrouillée, c'est bon.
I have this thirst for blood.
Oh, il y a quelqu'un à aider. Je viens de voir ça en haut. Oh, puis là, il a disparu. Non, il est ici. Wow, wow, wow. Ça monte puis ça descend, ça monte encore plus. Ok, les portes sont déverrouillées. Ah. Ok, eux autres sont sortis de où? Trappe en haut. Ok, porte déverrouillée. Ok, je pense que ça c'est le plus bas.
Londoners are no match for me.
je peux pas le... Je peux pas le... Bon. J'étais pas capable de le barrer comme cible, c'était assez chiant. Ok. Non, non, non. Tu manges pas le micro. Ok.
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reid. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
Goodbye, Miss
Okay.
Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again. You should return.
Thank you.
Ok, je peux pas la soigner ici. Ok. Donc, une bonne chose de faite. Désolé, j'ai un petit monstre qui est revenu. J'ai oublié que la souris existait. Bon, est-ce qu'on va être à la bonne place? Ça serait pas pire. Loading, loading. C'est quand tu veux. Quand tu veux. Mais là, ça serait pas pire. Mais... Ok.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson's exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I have a missing woman, possibly abducted a few nights ago. Louise Teasdale. It seems you already found my other missing person, Mr. Tadao Kimura.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
She's a waitress. Our father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No. But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
I'd like to report a name, Inspector. Jeffrey McCullum. I'm afraid he's some sort of vigilante, trying to recruit an army of angry citizens.
Then I'll write the name down and transmit this intelligence to the appropriate office. Thank you, sir.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Okay.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Oh, il est fatigué, on va le soigner.
Dr. Reid,
Do you need...
thank you.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Oh my god, pis ça c'est quoi?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reid? Dr. Reid?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us. It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature scattered throughout its dark streets.
But what if we don't like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe it is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life, and now I think it's over.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Nope.
Good. Good. Good evening,
Ok.
sir.
J'imagine c'est
I
son
am Dr.
frère.
Jonathan Reid. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
I still enjoy living in London, no matter how difficult it can be sometimes.
Then I am sincerely happy for you. True happiness in life seems to be the most difficult goal to reach these days.
What
Ils sont
can you
assez
tell me
bizarres
about
ces
your
deux-là.
brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Ok.
Who are you waiting for, exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be, then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Ok. Je pense que ça serait quand même important d'interroger tout le monde avant de se rendre au quartier. Ça va peut-être nous donner la possibilité de pas le transformer en vampire si on connaît un peu plus le dude.
Trying to tell us. Jonathan Reid.
Un autre petit mot pour ceux qui veulent le lire, n'hésitez pas à faire pause.
At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They've told me of your unquenchable thirst for blood. Be wary, Ekon. I've heard such a rich diet can be bad for the heart.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Okay.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
C'est une joke.
Here is the money.
The snake, a bitter woman, smiling as she pours poison in your cup. A shaming betrayal. Hate.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller, then?
Oh, I can tell you many things. But they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The Guard of Prewen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time. Sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
The vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
You'll cast your heart into the fire without hesitation, Jonathan. For pain is only for the mortals.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain, the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
Lui, il est pas grisé, je sais
May I
pas
ask you
pourquoi.
about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Prewen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
How do you measure the amount?
I told you.
Is it possible?
Vampire.
All right.
You'll cast your heart into the fire.
I would rather not know.
Ok.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. Oh, and the Empress, again. What are
It's
the guards
locked.
trying to tell us?
Ok, donc ça va pas mal être tout pour l'épisode d'aujourd'hui. J'espère que vous avez apprécié. Puis je vous revois dans le prochain épisode. Ciao!